Armani, baby boo, Armani. Like the last episode we saw, yeah, she was there giving advice at one-to-one performance management conversations to both Minah and Linda, being like, listen, I have been carrying the team. Yeah, I've been carrying both of you walking. And I don't think for 1 minute, yeah, that you're being assertive enough. At which point, Minah's face was just like, I saw it, Gunna. I saw it, Gunna. What going on, people, thems? So, I am going to watch episode 3. I'm hoping to get through episode 3, 4, and 5 tonight. We'll see. That's 3 hours worth of Traitors. So, hopefully we can make it through. And it's already 12 o'clock. Oh my God. I'm going to be so tired. I'm going to be so tired. But that's fine. So I've really been enjoying doing these Traitors reactions and stuff. And I just love the show. I think the show is just incredible. And already there are certain characters I'm just like, where you going? Where you going? Where are you going?
General chat, in all honesty. And Anna, I've heard someone mention your name as well. Yeah. I've also heard about Leon. Oh, I was making sure to plant little seeds of doubt in people.
So the one that screams to mind, yeah, is Armani. Armani, baby boo, Armani. Like the last episode we saw, yeah, she was there giving advice at one-to-one performance management conversations to both Minah and Linda, being like, listen, I have been carrying the team. Yeah, I've been carrying both of you walking. And I don't think for 1 minute, yeah, that you're being assertive enough. At which point, Minah's face was just like, I saw it, Gunna. I saw it, Gunna. So, like, I think she's leaving there now being just like, nah, she's getting far too cocky, way too above her station. Linda she just looked absolutely, like, dumbfounded. Is she really saying these words? Armani's been saying the most, doing the most. Going around, dropping seed, da 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 da. You got your sister that suspects you. You got your sister's brethren with a mustache, he suspects you. You've got Taylor, Tall Taylor. He's already like, I'm already certain, yeah, that she's a traitor. And he's working with Kaz. Both of them are like, we're gonna have to like set like a plan and a trap, right? So they didn't go for it in the last one, yeah, but they're set for the next one. I know they are. Who else? You got some of the females. Poor Ellen. She knew there was a strong female in there, but they got rid of her. And I think I'm sure there's some other. Leanne. She's also been mentioned. So her name is in a lot of people's mouths. Yeah. So this great game that she's like, I don't think I need to change nothing. All right then. Okay. Okay, Miss Ma'am. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's waste no time then. Let's see what happened in episode 3. Poor Nathan. Poor Keith. Poor Keith. Those some murderous eyes, man. I'm telling you, Minah's not having none of it. She's not having none of it. Oh, I'm pretty popular and pretty well. Like, hang on. Sorry, yeah. Like, I'm trying not to pause it as I'm recording it slightly differently. But how are you gonna use the word "I'm pretty popular and pretty liked"? These are the pride cometh before the fall. Yeah, you're such a huge ego. Such a huge ego. I love my big ego. Too big, too wide. Oh, I'm just so popular. I'm just so popular. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, right? Like, I mean, if I was in any kind of brotherhood with somebody and they were going like that, bearing in mind, you have to remember that the connections are only temporary, because when you get to the end of this competition, it's only one person that's getting the money or not. Do you know what I mean? Realistically, if you are a traitor. So I'd be like, I'm not feeding you at all. I'm not feeding you. You've come for me. Your mouth's too lavish. You're far too chat. Your chest is too high. I'm quite happy, yeah, to see what I can do to kind of just get you gone. Just saying. Yeah, because the minute that you're off talking, people go, I love a peacock. Then I'm like, why are they talking? Listen, you may say it's stupid, yeah, and actually it does come from a good place, but you have to remember that you're in a game where every little thing is getting scrutinized. I mean, and just the day before, you were doing the thing with Yin, like, so you know you've got to. I understand why people are like you're getting a bit. I understand, guys. What? Listen, yeah, at this point, this is like the train all over again, right? But at least in this instance, you know exactly what going. Like, you are going to be shackled to that thing. You definitely getting the shield, which means you're definitely going to be in the running to getting killed, and therefore out of the competition and losing your spot. I understand being quiet, bro. Do you know what I mean? So being like, guys, like, you're saying everyone's selfish and everyone's out for themselves, but just remember the game is called Traitors. Yeah, you came on here being a duplicitous Welsh person, so let's not talk about people's values and morals here. End of the day, everyone's got different reasons for being here and wanting that money, so you can't just be like people are selfish. It's a competition. Get any money. Sorry, they're so concerned about not getting murdered that they're prepared to not add anything to. So okay, to Charlotte's point, then this is ridiculously selfish because who look how big that piece of water is. Look how big that piece of water is. What you talking about? You're gonna go and come back. Go and come back. I'm absolutely shocked that they're even debating. You've got the 2.5 grand in your hand, and you're actually debating about leaving it there because you're not going to leave two people there. That is crazy work. Do you know, I've said this on the last few episodes, yeah, but I feel like Minah is the one that I can kind of relate to the most. Like, because her facial expressions are just very much like mine. And exactly in that situation, like, I am about to take, like, I know that me and you are in the same little secret, little brotherhood, traitorship, yeah. But if you don't stop calling out my name, yeah, I'ma drown you in this lake. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So I need to get off this boat. Linda, yeah? I need to get off this boat. I need to get off the boat. I feel you, Freddie. Taylor, talking to like I'm some kind of 8-year-old pitney. Get over there. Oh dear. So I mean, him even said because obviously he. I think what he was trying to say is it gonna look like we want them to lose, like because we just got off and whatever. And obviously she's not thinking like that. She's just like I'm taking one for the team. Why are you talking about losing? Why are you talking about wanting people to lose? Now I'm looking at you with bombastic side eye, like wow. I mean, they're talking like listen, yeah, like, I understand that things are very, very fraught and you know time is very sensitive, but these people are not frigging Jack Sparrow. Do you know what I mean? So you're see my pay. That's why I can't do these kind of shows, man. Because I'm like, you just need to just dial it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm doing the best I can. I don't know about boats. I don't know about rope. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, I'm doing the best I can because I'm getting agitated. I'm not even down there. I'm not even down there. You know what? Yeah, I have to back it a little bit and say, you know what, fair enough. Because obviously, Jake is pissed because he's like, I've sacrificed myself here, think I'm doing it for the greater good. When realistically, no one had a gun to your head. No one said this is what we're gonna do. Like, so your presumption is that everyone is also going to sensibly say, okay, cool, we're also gonna get off. But realistically, they did. I mean, I would also be annoyed. I said, I'm not gonna lie. I think it would have been better to say, look, at least there's more money in the pot because obviously if I am here, then this is money that I can actually get. You know, so I understand what Jake is saying, but it's very hard to argue with what Dan's saying there. Like, fam, wipe your tears, wipe your tears. Do you think we're on Barney? But I love you, you love me. Listen, I met you 2 days ago, fam. I don't owe you a damn thing. um. Listen, I don't want to throw out any kind of age in here yet because ultimately, like, that doesn't mean nothing. You can't wrap someone up in cotton wool because of their age. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I won't patronize in that kind of way to do that. But I feel like that interaction there has just sealed her fate because you've, you, it would have been better for her to have said someone else, because now you've said two people that have both said you. When earlier today you had no idea about anybody, but now all of a sudden it's me who's calling you out, and the other person that called you out. Both of us are traitors, Linda. And then even the kind of explanation of it is like, no, not at all. It's you sound like a liar. Sorry, Linda, and I like you. I like you, Linda. I really do. I think you seem like a nice lady, but yo, you will be going down on my chalkboard. That eye roll, yeah, for my sister was like, child, please. I'm sorry, but that is difficult. That is difficult because she has literally just been ganged up on in the last moment, and bearing in mind that she's coming there floating, just having a nice time, like she's dep on holiday. Do you know what I mean? My cocktail be strawberry daiquiri when we leave on the table, please. I have mine in the big long gothic glass. And now she's having to face reality that actually people are like, we've been suspecting you. Your own sister, 60% believes that you're a traitor. Wow. The stuttering for me. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think Mina's gonna switch, you know. I think Mina's gonna be like, yo, Armani, it's time to go, babe. I reckon she's gonna go for Armani, you know. I knew she was gonna do it. I knew she was. Wow, she's gone. She's going. Oh, I feel for Maya. Oh man, she must be so. And she can't even talk about it. Sorry, I'm just like that was one of the most thrilling reveals. That was one of the most thrilling reveals. Yeah, like to see from one episode, bearing in mind that yesterday, that the one was about yesterday, but the last time I watched this year, she was there giving advice to Linda and to Minah about what they need to do to step up and be more assertive. And by the end of the very next episode, yeah, they've Uncle Phil and jazzed it off the porch. I'm dashing you off the porch. You've gone. Maya with the tears, the whole heap of crying, the whooping, and that was incredible. Sorry, that was an incredible traitor moment. That was absolutely brilliant. I don't even know what's gonna happen next because, well, anyway. This is what happens to someone who's just so green, you know. Like then they can't be like that. I don't know what it is, yeah, but like Paul, his name Paul, Joe. Like I just don't like the way he speaks about cows. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's very disparaging. Yeah, it's very. I don't like it. The theatrics, like you can suspect someone for being something, yeah, without being disrespectful. But I feel like he's relishing, and the fact that the poor guy, like, is a faithful, and obviously I know that, but like you can see that he just. I just don't. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like him. Don't like him. Sorry. Dear. Mm. She was doing too much. You have a cheek. You have a cheek. I love Mina, man. Compare them to do. I don't think I can put into words yet just how much I absolutely love this show, because anything like this it's the reason why I watch Love Island, not all the time, but from time to time. Big Brother, Love Is Blind, Married at First Sight. Like these shows, yeah, which I know there'll be lots of things that have, you know, potentially might have been orchestrated. Like, but I think just human behavior I just find really really interesting. And with something like this, it's even more prolific because you've got so many different layers to this in terms of like people wanting to get ahead, the survival instinct, the selfishness, the pragmatism, you know, shifting things up quickly, shifting allegiances, people who are green and therefore like just find the whole thing completely stressful and can't deal with it. Like it's just so interesting to get a bunch of people together, give them an end goal and see how they just traverse it and stuff. And this episode just had all of that, like from the morning and how people acting and operating in the morning at breakfast, and people watching other people, to them then going on to that crazy task where that, like, honestly, that task was so brilliant. For you to go and get any of this money, yeah, two people need to get off the boat. Two people need to go, and it caused such a split and a divide, right? That when people came back, the ones that got off the boat, they were fuming. I don't want no sweet corn. Yeah, I don't want no sweet corn. I want to talk about what the hell you did on that boat, and like even seeing what people are like when they get stressed. You know, like I'm very much like Freddie. Like I just need to, I need to exit the situation. I need to get me off the boat. Get me, like, I'm same with Minah. Like I'm literally, I'm about to beat someone with this paddle. Let me off the boat. Let me off the boat. And because I can't, because I find when people speak to me in any kind of disrespectful way, I catch an attitude. I catch an attitude. So the best thing that I can do in those scenarios is just to remove myself, because if I stay there too long, the politeness, the passive aggressiveness, it will just take over. Like I just remove me from the situation. I cannot stand rude people. I cannot stand it. So I can understand that when you're already trying your best, and you got to remember as well that some of them might have been thinking like, well, hang on, I don't even know whether or not I agree with the fact that we're not picking up the gold. So I'm already fuming that we're not picking up any money. Now you're gonna, like, you know, start talking about how I'm rowing and whatever when I'm doing exactly what you told me. Get me off the boat. Get me off the boat. And I totally understand why Maya said what she said about Freddie, because again, it seemed a little bit like I don't want him to win. Like you sound like you want to sabotage. It sounds like you're not a team player. It sounds like you could be a traitor. But all of that build up between, you know, what they thought about Armani, and the fact that, like, actually what she thought about Armani, and the fact that those two things didn't ever correlate, and then the fact that she realized that in the ninth hour, being just like, you mean to tell me? And then when Maya dropped it, being like, listen, I thought you were too. And when Francesca or Frankie was like, you know, do you still think that now? Yeah. Nail coffin in. Like it was just done. It was absolutely done. It's the most dramatic reveal ever. That was brilliant. I really, really love that. And I've said it already, but like I'm saying it again. Yeah, I do not like how Joel, whatever his name is, the glasses. I don't like how he's coming for Kaz. It seems a little bit too much. So I'm hoping, yeah, that they get rid of is him. I really do. Like you know, when your spirit doesn't take to one, because the thing is, you can be suspected of someone, you know, that being rude and horrible. And I just feel like he's being quite cutting, and because he's got the floor, like it's a bit like what bullies do. I'm not saying he's a bully, like I'm not saying that, but it's a similar kind of trait where, you know, you've got the numbers and like the popular crew or whatever, and then you get someone like him who is probably, like, again, just super nice, and has already been a bit of a beaten dog already. Like I just feel like he's stepping over the mark a little bit. Like, I know he hasn't come for his family or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? But in those kind of environments where you don't know anybody, and it's already a little bit like you're calling into question my integrity and stuff, like, which is already quite hurtful. You know, you're not allowing any room for him to feel upset or offended by the way that, you know, you've come for me, like, with a very nonsensical argument, like my job is the reason why I'd make a good traitor. You know, like, and that's why I rate that. And also as well, the argument between Jake and Dan was absolutely top tier. Like, usually I'd be like, man, how can a man be so selfish? But you know, you just can't argue with someone's logic. Yeah, I did. And did I tell you to get off the boat? Was did anybody tell him to get off the boat? I think he got off the boat on your own volition. I think that was, so really and truly, that's your business. That's your business. That's your business. And he's definitely just speaking from an emotional perspective. Do you know what I mean? His emotions are, it was selfish, but at the same time, if they'd had a conversation beforehand and they'd agreed that what's going to happen moving forward, and then they didn't stick to that, then he'd have every reason to be like vexed. But because that never happened, your presumptions ain't my presumptions. So, you know, cry about it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. So I'm going to watch the second one. I don't think I'm going to get time to watch the third one, unfortunately, because it's already 1:30. So, yeah, we'll watch the second one. And then I'm going to take myself to bed. So if you did enjoy this, then please do drop me a like and subscribe. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you on the next. Oh my.